Hey guys, it's Slats, and today I want to talk about this quote that I saw. I was making a vision board for this year, and I was looking at a bunch of kind of like inspirational quotes to put on it, and I saw this one that said, "Consistency is more important than perfection." And I really liked it, printed it out, slapped on the vision board. But I've been really thinking about it, and I'm really trying to implement that into my life with all the new things that I'm trying to do. I feel like I'm someone that really tries to, aim for perfection every single time. And although that could be a good mindset to really try your best, but I feel like I take that, and if it really isn't the best it could be, or if I'm really comparing it to how I imagined it in my head, it just leads me to get demotivated and not want to continue doing it. I feel like I'm always expecting myself to get it right the first time, and it's like that's just not how life works. Everything that I've learned in life, I started from one point, and that one point was nowhere near the point where I'm at now. If you think back to like kind of like just even like silly things, I guess, like, oh, first time you learned to like ride a bike. The first day you went on that bike, like you were probably falling over, struggling to balance and all that. Same thing with driving. I remember the first time I was driving, I was like, oh my God, this is so like overwhelming. Like I gotta worry about like looking all the way. But you didn't give up. You went back on that bike the next day. You went back behind the wheel the next day, the next week, whatever it was. You went back, and each time you slowly got better and better. And that's such a key element here is each time you do it, you are going to get better. And if you just gave up after the first day, you would have never learned to ride that bike, and you would not be driving a car right now. I've had that mindset with other things in my life where if I don't nail it on the head, it's like, okay, what am I doing? I'm going to give up. But the thing is, the more consistently you do something, the better you're going to get at it. And that will not lead to perfection, because I really don't believe in something being perfect. But it's going to be as good as you can be at that moment. As long as you're trying your best, that's all you can really ask for. One thing I think of is, say you're at a job, right? Say someone's super good at their job. They're like the best at everything, but they only show up like once a week. They're kind of, unreliable on when they're going to show up. Versus someone that's pretty decent at the job and they show up every day on time, they're always ready to help. I would much rather work with the person that is consistently showing up and I'm expecting them to be there, rather than the person that is just going to show up when they feel like it. Although they are objectively, I guess you could say, better at the job, you just can't rely on them. One of the things that I'm trying to work on this year is trying to be more active in my life. And I think long-term goal would probably be, going to the gym, lifting weights, building some muscle. But if I just go to the gym today and just start trying to lift like a 300-pound like bench press, like I'm going to be crushed. I'm not going to be making it out of that. But if I just start going for walks frequently, if I start, doing some curls with some dumbbells, just small stuff like that consistently, it will eventually progress to that long-term goal, rather than if I just went for, okay, I need to build this huge muscle, so I'm going to try to lift these weights. Like, it's patience, and that's something that I feel like I have to really work on, especially in this such like fast-paced world that we live in. I feel like everyone is always expecting to get what they want right now, because literally everything is like surrounded by that. You go on Amazon, you're getting that package like even today, tomorrow. You go on Instagram when you're bored, you go on TikTok when you're bored. You could find out anything at literally the palm of your hand. And I feel like that has kind of removed this like patience element, that when people see what they want, if they don't get it instantly, they're kind of just like, all right, it's not going to work for me. When I think if you just slowly but consistently work to achieve your goals, that's how it's actually going to come true. So how do you be consistent? You have to set these small goals and tasks for yourself and do them frequently. I mean, it doesn't have to be every single day, but as long as you're doing it at the set time that you're allowing for yourself, that's the best you could do. One thing I hear often is like this like 10-minute rule or whatever it is, where it's like if you want to do something but you're kind of like procrastinating it, just set a 10-minute timer and do that task, goal, whatever it is, for 10 minutes, and then stop right after, and do that 3 times a week, whatever it is. Just if you're being consistent, you're making progress. And progress is better than trying to do it so hard one day and just failing and giving up for like weeks on end and then picking it back up. Just take baby steps. That's the biggest thing here. And I feel like that's what I need in my life. I need to take my goals that I want to do, instead of looking at the bigger picture, I need to break it down and be like, okay, what can I do that will allow me to get to this goal that I could do week after week? And even if it literally seems like the smallest progress, it will add up. As I said, small progress is better than no progress. And this is just, me saying this because I have caught myself so many times trying to do something that I want to do. And as soon as I fail at it or it's not the ideal outcome that I want, I kind of get so demotivated and I don't want to do it anymore, which is like literally terrible mindset to have. But you will get better and you will get to your goals if you be consistent. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.